Yes, Lazy Days, it's here. Can y'all tap the screen and share the live since this is going to be Barry's live. They're just going to do it over here, y'all. Say, madam. Welcome.
Thanks. I'm sorry, Adam, but we decided to do it over here because we want to, if at all possible, we want to give these enablers a chance. And a lot of them have blocked seniors, so they're not even going to know if they, hear about it. And we want to be able to give them a chance to defend themselves or whatever, so.
Hey, Fern.
But yeah, this is Check's platform. The rules apply as far as Check wants them. So
My
there's
rules
that.
are probably the same as yours.
Yeah, yeah. Keep it cute. Keep it classy. Be respectful.
Yeah, I'm
But
actually just going to mute and let you guys do your thing.
yeah, right.
So you guys can lay out the rules, but I really don't want people blocked and
Yeah,
muted unless they, they're out of pocket.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and as far as boxes go, we have an agenda here tonight, so you know, let's just keep it at that. And yeah, we're here to talk about serial enablers.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can. I'm just gonna mute and let you guys do your thing.
Okay, all right.
Y'all tap the screen and share the live.
Will you give me the big box?
Of course I can.
Thank you, darlings.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you doing this for us. I really do.
Yeah, of
I
course,
feel
no
like such a
problem.
dunce. I was like, dang, because it says one more day. So I guess it's got to be like a next day thing.
How many days did you do?
Well, I thought today was 3.
So you should have only had to do one 30-minute live and then two other lives for for over a minute.
Yeah,
That's odd.
that's what I thought too. But I'm going to try, like just mess around tomorrow and see what happens. But yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, you guys
Okay.
have whatever you need to do. You're welcome, senior.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, Fallon, I'm going to let you kind of kick it off and I'm going to supply the pictures. But, we're pretty much here about serial enablers. I mean, I'll just kick it off a little bit. These are people who know that Tim Nash is in active addiction and they don't give a shit. A lot of them are spiteful because they've been called out. Um, and what they don't seem to realize or care is that they're putting this man's life in danger doing this. And I just don't think they understand that or they don't care. And this needs to come to light. And there's a couple other things that are going to come to light as well that need to come to light. So there's that. Hi, Suba. I'm glad you're here, sweetie. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry we had discombobulated earlier, but we're back in action now. Thank goodness.
I just want to tell everybody hi, and I'm not ignoring you. I just didn't plan on going live, so I'm doing things, but
She's
thanks
just
for
let me
coming
have
in.
her platform because TikTok doesn't like me. And that's okay, TikTok. Sometimes the feeling's mutual. But okay, Fallon, I'm going to let you start off with whatever you want to start with, and I'll lead with the pictures.
Okay, welcome in, you guys. Thank you for relocating. Checkmate, thank you for the privilege of allowing us on your platform. I want to start out tonight something that's very, very, very important, and I need everybody to listen to me. If you don't listen to me the rest of the night, this 5 minutes is going to be the most important. There was a comment made on the 21st of November about the cop cam footage that was obtained through a FOIA request. And I'll let Barry's pull that up so you guys can see it.
What am I doing wrong? Oh, there we go. Hang on.
Okay.
Do 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 do. They're so little I can't see.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to label them. Crap.
That's okay. We'll find it. I'm sorry, y'all. See, like I said, this is what comes with not going live enough. Is that it?
I don't see anything yet. No. Well, that's the account that I'll be talking about that made the comment that you're looking for. It's him in a beanie hat, black beanie hat.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Guys, this is critical
There it
that you
is.
listen to what the next 5 minutes. It's very, very, very important. Okay, that's not it.
No,
this,
Jesus.
this one is the comment that account made. And I'm going to ask that you guys refrain from commenting to anybody right currently now, because these people have been invited here because no one is blocked on Checkmate's platform unless they were extremely disrespectful or did something to get blocked by a moderator. Checkmate does not block.
There we go.
Thank you. So it's very hard for you guys to see. You can screenshot it and blow it up if you'd like. I'm going to read it word for word. This is an account called Senior Billy's Tuna Can. The comment says, people are good at editing the video to make them look bad. So bear that in mind when seeing clips. I'm going to repeat it. People are good at editing the video to make them look bad. So bear that in mind when seeing clips. Once again, that comment is made by the profile that Barry's just put up, Senior-Billy's-Tuna Can. When I saw that comment, I screenshot it. I clicked on the name to pull the account up that you just saw from Barry's. And there's a video, 2 videos on there. One of Miss Piggy. The other one is a conversation that I went over and asked, having a senior moment. Is that a conversation that you had privately with someone? And indeed, it was. So I went directly to someone who has not lied to me and said, is this your account or do you know whose account this is? And had a very lengthy conversation throughout the night with Miss May. Guys, hear me when I say this to you. When I clicked on that profile myself and I saw that they were discrediting the awareness community about editing cop cam video, and that having a senior moment had made a video, and Penny Ferry had duetted it and made his own video based off the cop cam video. You can't get much bigger than someone in awareness than Penny Ferry, who is trying to do the right thing and bring people awareness to someone because his life is valuable. He needs resources and rehab instead of cash in Tim Nash. I got my answer when I was already fired up about thinking it was someone else. This is not May. This is an account by the name of Spooky. My concern with this is there is a whole lot of background static that people may get DM'd, messages, whatever. I want you to hear me now when I say I don't care. I didn't research. I didn't do anything except ask questions about why someone is trying to discredit the awareness community with cop cam video. Once I had the conversation to find out what's going on, you guys are going to be very, I don't think you're going to be surprised at all to know that a lot of those accounts that showed up miraculously showed up around the time that all this was happening. I know that Tim is obsessed with having a senior moment, having her name in his mouth because she brings awareness to him. But why doesn't he say Suba's name? Suba does a damn good job bringing awareness to him. Other accounts bring awareness to him. But why is he so obsessed with Senior? Well, the answer to that is it doesn't matter. Because what's happening right here is people are good at editing the video to make them look bad. Nobody needs to make Tim look bad. He's in active addiction. He lies about everything. I'm not asking you to cut May any slack. I'm just here to put the truth out. That is not May. This is an account named Spooky. And I want to get back to exposing Tim for the liar that he is. Right before I got on here tonight, I shared with Barry's a message that I got from someone whose daughter had just passed away. She gave him $30 days ago. He blocked her. That's his MO. That's what he does. She's hurt. She's mad as hell. She says he needs to be in jail. When she started to research him, she said she felt sick. I feel so sorry for her. If she comes in tonight, we'll talk to her. She's going to get me the screenshots. But I saw all this take place because I messaged her the moment that she said she was going to send.
And what's so sad is it's people like this that, they only give one time and they figure it out and they feel horrible. And, a lot of them become part of the awareness community. The things that I have a problem with are these people who fucking know. They know he's a goddamn scammer and they're enabling him out of spite. And it's immature and it's some high school bullshit and it needs to stop.
One of the people that are helping Tim Nash is an enabler that is considered a super enabler. Jessie Fields, you've heard us all talk about Jessie. Jessie changes her name every time she gets exposed. She'll change her name again. Currently, it is not the one. Jessie has been around for 2.5 years and has enabled everybody from, you name it, she's got it on her repertoire. And I'm going to allow Barry to tell you a little bit about Jessie from her day.
You know what? I don't know if, I think that last picture you sent me was Jessie and I don't think I have it, but everybody.
Yeah, let
me. Yeah, I don't have it. Anywho, right now Jessie's, she changes her name all the time, but it's not the one right now, or Queen. And then, you have an account name and then a @ I made a video about her. Jessie gave Lisa Richard money. Oh, hang on. She just sent it to me. You got them at the same time. Jessie got scammed. She sent money to Lisa Richard and then realized she was a scammer. And then she sent her more money. She made a video about it, getting scammed by Lisa. And then she turned around and sent her more money. And she got called out for it. So, because she was not around scammers. She wasn't around anything until that happened. And then she's modded for Kim Peters. She's modded for Maggie Foster. I'm sure she's chomping at the bit to mod for Tim. She has modded for so many people. She gifts them. I don't get it. But I think it's spite. I think it's awareness. Spite is the reason these people do it. And I don't understand it because it only takes $1, $10 for Tim to get or another addict to get, and they get a hold of something bad and they're not here anymore. I don't understand why that doesn't matter to these people. Yeah, you're right. She does have no real life friends. I agree with you, Terminal Lock Robster. I'm glad I said your name right. It sure does, Suba. But yeah, that's little Miss Jessie. And she's a healthcare giver. I don't think she's a CNA, but she's like someone who goes and sits with like an elderly person, like caring angels or whatever they're called. I'm speculating, but I don't believe she has a CNA because it just says in her bio that she's a healthcare giver or something like that.
Whenever we started bringing awareness to Jessie and to several of we were calling them multi-scammer awareness, multi-scammer enablers. But then Adam coined the phrase super enabler, and I like that much better. Jesse is the epitome of a super enabler, and a lot of the people that you're going to hear tonight are super enablers because they know the harm that they're doing by giving $1, $2, $3, or just pinning the Cash App is enabling. Being kind is not enabling, but when you are actively trying to get someone money that could eventually put them in the ground, that's enabling bad behavior that is harmful. You're about to snuff out a valuable life, no matter how vile Tim is, no matter how much no matter how much he lies and negates the truth, no matter what it is that he's telling you. And you'll hear some of those stories throughout the night. The leg amputation, the lying about cancer, the lying about his latest arrest, the lying about his latest OD. All the stories that you're going to hear are things that he has picked from his life as he's gone through it in active addiction just to get his next fix. And he does not care who he hurts. Jessie Fields talks about how she is lonely and she figures she's going to be lonely the rest of her life. She's posting on her Facebook about how she just wants somebody to give a damn about her. So she goes and she gives money to people. Okay, thank you, Birdie. She gives money to people who continuously have bad behavior. Jordan Paul, Kate, Tim Nash. I'm going to go left really quick. Berries, can you put up the, so we have an enabler in the house. Jacqueline Kennedy, I'm sorry, not Jacqueline Kennedy. My head is all screwed on. Jacqueline Cunningham is in the comments. She scrolled in, and I'm kind of glad you came in, Jacqueline, because the two facets of awareness that we're talking about tonight is the enabling aspect of it. And you, ma'am, are a super enabler. But the way that you do things is you do it under the guise of coming in awareness lives and pretending that you actually give a damn about people. You sit there and say, I don't give him any money. Berries, if you have trouble finding it, let me know.
Yeah, which one is it?
Okay.
They're just so little. That's my problem. I just can't see them.
While they're looking for screenshots, y'all don't forget to tap the screen and share the live, please.
Yes, please. Well, shit. Hang on a second. Do 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 do. Elevator music.
Thank you, Sunshine. And while we're waiting, I also want to remind everybody that tomorrow we have a huge live with the investigator the private investigator that has been chasing Gov around for over 17 years.
Yes. Like that?
Yes, that's it. So, Jacqueline.
Go away, tax people or insurance people.
Almost every time that we have tried to speak to you, you seem to have an issue with, I don't give him money, but you are actively trying to get him money. You are in the comments religiously trying to make sure that people see his Cash App, make sure that he has his pity story, his cancer, lying about having tumors removed off of his leg. And when the chat asked to see what it looked like, he spanned the camera down and he showed a maxi pad sticky side down on his surgical site, supposed surgical site. So Jacqueline Cunningham, here's your face. Here's Tim's face. He's in active addiction. You got blocked from Digital Deceivers Live because you were causing a disruption with your BS that you weren't an enabler. Ma'am, you are an enabler. And you had your husband come into Digital Deceivers chat and say, why did my wife get blocked? That is some next level BS, in my opinion. My husband would never. But maybe you need to have a conversation with your husband about the enabling of Tim Nash and Jordan Paul and Tim and Angela, because you're a super enabler. You're actively helping them get money for their bad behavior that they exhibit on this app, hurting people.
And I don't understand that. I just can't figure it out, especially when, if you're following some of us or looking at our stuff, the proof is there. I mean, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but especially like if I make a video, it is proof. It's not just opinion. It's not just a 5-minute them being live begging. It is proof that they lie. And I cannot wrap my head around why you would want to give money to a proven liar. I just make it make sense.
I guess Jacqueline's not going to talk. I guess cat got your tongue.
She might have scurried away.
Which Jacqueline, I'm kind of glad that you came in at the time that you did, because what you're doing is you're just proving our point. Because we were talking about Jessie Fields, who gives money, actively gives money, just gives it out so she can get some type of hey or some type of comment or her name said. She's that lonely, to the point where she was scammed by Lisa Richard. She ended up making a video about Lisa, like Barry said, and then she turned right around after she got blocked and paid Lisa and told her, if you go live, I'll help. Actively paying Lisa to crash out on live and bid for money to get her next fix. To the other end of the spectrum, where you have Jacqueline Cunningham, who is in the comments asking what the Cash App is, asking him where he's at on getting his medicine, how much more does he need. Those things are enabling. The rest of the people that you're going to see throughout the night is people who know that Tim Nash lies about everything in his life. Lying about cancer, lying about being in the army, lying about an amputee, lying about heart surgery. And I think if we can bring having a senior moment up, and Suba, if you wanted to come up and talk on enablers and what you've seen as well, to bring in more people so they can hear about the enablers, and maybe the enablers will see the light and come in. Because I really want to know why it is that people continue to think that this is fun and games. Why do people think that there is not someone out there currently working on a position in which enabling is going to unalive someone, and it's going to set a precedent that these names that are on these cash apps, they're not fake names. These are names that have a digital footprint leading you right to your front door. So when someone sets a precedent and someone passes away, unfortunately, with Tim having one foot in the grave, if he dies, then it's on the long list of people who continue to give money. Roy Boy, Jeffro, Dakota, Spooky, Tess, Nikki, Fran, Crystal, Jessie Fields, Papa, Sorella, Tess. And the list goes on. And I'm not saying any names of people who don't know. All of these people are people who've been contacted by you guys.
Yeah.
So how much do you think it's going to take whenever someone actually passes away and people start pointing fingers? Because see, that's what I was worried about with May. I'm so concerned whenever I told you that Spooky was behind that account saying that the body cam footage was edited and throwing light on that's bad on the awareness community. What happened if he would have passed away during the night and everybody in awareness thought it was May, thought that account was May? Why? So now her whole, regardless of what she did in the past, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just strictly talking about what if all the hate that everyone has for her goes directed towards her because her friend, Spooky, put out a comment like that and is a moderator for Tim. I don't want any friends like that around me, near me. If you guys know somebody's close to me that wants to do me harm like that, tell me so I can get the hell away. I'm getting amped up, so I'm going to try to calm down. I'm going to try to calm down. All those names that listed off, all the ones that we talked about tonight, are people that you guys have reached out to, the people that we've reached out to. Noelle, Misty Thompson. Let me get you Misty Thompson's screenshot.
Okay. I've got it. I just got to pull it up.
Okay.
With my inept ass.
You're amazing, Barry. Stop.
Thank you.
Y'all could tap the screen and share the live. We would really appreciate it, y'all.
So, Misty Thompson, this one here doesn't care who she hurts, just like all the other lists that I just gave you. But Misty is making her way around the app to be the next Jesse Fields, the next Jeffro, the next Roy Boy, the next Sorella, the next Noelle, the next Tess.
And she was in Digital's live.
Yes.
In the chat. And, Navy Life too. Heck, Navy Life's been in a live. There's no justifying what these people do. I don't know if they're looking for acceptance. They're trying to make themselves feel better. They got a savior complex. I don't know. Someone help me figure it out because I can't.
There is no figuring it out. They either tell you to go kick rocks in the messages, or they block you because they're big and bad behind a screen name when they're thumb thugging. But then whenever they want to be talked about over here, nobody wants to come up in here and have a conversation. Right, Misty? Right, Jacqueline Cunningham? Right, Roy Boy?
And some of the OGs, right, Alexis Saylor, right, Emergency Medicine.
I think the more that we say names, the more that we talk about people like Papa, people like Dakota, people like Jeffro, Fran, Nikki, Crystal, Donna Arnold. The more we talk about them, the more familiar they're going to be the rest of you. So you guys aren't wasting your time messaging these people, because that is another pet peeve of mine. I hate that people come in and they message people like Misty or Tess or Dakota, and they're trying to reason with them, and they're wasting valuable time of yours. I don't know if you guys look at it this way, but it's very, very valuable what you guys do. The messages that you send with the top 5 things that you need to tell people about Tim Nash, that 30 seconds times, how many names did I name off already? We're at 30 names. That's valuable time. That's tags going to Suba's account. That's tags going to Penny Fair. That's tag going to seniors. That's tags going to Beggars Beware, going to Little Man. Those accounts that are being tagged, but it could have gone to somebody like Brenda. Brenda, whose daughter just passed away from real cancer. And so she's mad as hell, feeling like this app let her down because nobody let her know, but it's just because her messages went to message request. And she's got about 50 of them. None of the creators that bring awareness to Tim Nash mind you using their stuff. None of them mind you tagging people that are new. None of the people that are truly in this to help save a human life and save some people from going through heartache when they're giving over their last $5, because the people that are giving Tim Nash money are former addicts who think that this dude is actually in recovery and struggling. Or these people are the ones that are trying to choose between, should they get their medicine or should they divide and get what they can with medicine and give it to him, because they know what it's like to be cold, hungry, tired, uncomfortable. So they give their money. These aren't these rich socialites on here giving money. Why do you think that Tim Nash gets on there and grunts and cries and begs? I mean, it's got to be some reason. Think about it, y'all. Think about how low You have to be that you're begging in front of your girlfriend. The lack of masculinity because you're begging in front of your girls to go and help get your next fix. That's weak. Tim, if you're on the outside, I hope you hear me. You're not a man. You're weak. And you're so weak that you think that a couple of ounces is going to get you into the next day. But that's probably the only reason your girl's even anywhere near you.
Facts.
You lied about people who are struggling with cancer for real. People who have lost family members because their bodies were devastated by cancer and will never get those things back with those family members because you're out here lying because you want to get laid up in a tent in your little honey nest and get your next fix based off of somebody's $5-10 that you had to lie for. This is Dakota.
Yeah,
She's a
I'm just
moderator.
pulling up different pictures, so
Yeah. I think it's best if you do it and I can speak on them.
Okay.
This is Dakota. She's a moderator. She was messaged on the day that he was made a moderator. Or she was made a moderator. Her entire life is her kids. Everything on her TikTok is about her kids, showing her belly. Her kids this, her kids that. She's young herself. I hope that nothing ever happens to the point where she's having to be removed from these kids. Because she knows. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knew before he made her a moderator, and she still gave him money. She threw gifts just yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before that it was so bad? Day before yesterday. Her and all the other sheep in there throwing because they think it's funny to watch somebody like this wither away. He's not withering away from cancer being ate from the inside out the way that our family members are. He's withering away because he chooses to be that way, because he's weak. Not only is he weak from not being able to control his urges, this dude is no longer a man in any capacity because he's ratting out his drug dealer.
May I interrupt a minute? Do you guys have boxes open? Is that what you want? Because there's people requesting, so you might want to pay attention to that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Guys, if you're clicking the like button and accidentally requesting, you're clicking Checkmate's box to, anything else is requesting boxes. And Barry's, if you want to, do you want to pull anybody up right away or wait? You're on mute.
Sorry, my husband was talking to me. I don't have super mod powers. I can't see who's requesting.
Okay.
Let me fix it. Are you sure you don't?
Well, I mean, I just see a little check in the box, but I mean, it just shows that I'm in the box. It doesn't, like the little thing that comes up when people are requesting a box. It doesn't.
Sheila in New Mexico now, you're okay. Just click Checkmate's box. That way, anywhere outside of it won't request. You're good.
There you go, berries.
Thank you, Melody Rose. Okay, so not only is he begging in front of his girl, please do this, grunting and trying to, I need blankets, I need propane, just, I don't get this, and I don't get food stamps, and I don't, any type of misinformation or lies that he's getting. I want you guys to know that his girlfriend does get food stamps. He is getting money, but he will tell you that he's not getting money and saying that people requested it back. He says he always shows receipts. He does not. He's saying one thing and doing a complete opposite. If you can get past all the things that he's lying about. He lied about his latest arrest. He lies about
Well, for one thing, for sure, he says that the rugs were not on him, and the footage clearly shows it coming right out of his pocket. And anybody can go look up that police report and the charges, and yeah, it's possession, and it was found on him.
So I just had a drop down about a question about the food stamps. Whenever the food stamps were cut off due to the government shutdown and there was a lull, he was in a video, and I think it's on Suba's page, but it's also on Tooth Fairy's page as well, where he's upset and saying about the food stamps not coming. And the quote is, with the government shutdown and all. Sometimes whenever you listen between the lines, you have to see what's going on. Why would he be so upset? If she doesn't get food stamps, why is he so upset saying with the food stamps and all? Why?
Facts.
On that footage that Barry's was talking about with the cop cam, it came out of his pocket. He lied about that too. But not only did he lie about everything in that arrest, what he did was he was so easy to rat out his DD.
Yeah. God.
So
That man
easy.
sang like a bird.
Yeah, so easy to rat him out. Imagine when you send your $5, $10, $7, $12 to him, that if something happens to him or his girlfriend, guess whose names on the Cash App are going directly to whatever happens? If you think he's going to protect you because you gave him your last $5, think again. You're right, Suba. They don't have critical thinking skills anymore, and it's a shame. The fact that you can look into a phone screen and think that somebody like Tim Nash has been sober for a year? Come on now. And people use Google all day long for where they're going to go eat, how they're going to order their food, where the directions. So how hard is it to type a screen name into the top of the TikTok search bar and find out some information about who you're giving your money to? Isn't it a red flag when someone says that they need their medicine and they're grunting and it's so horrible and they're just having such a hard time, but then they don't want to show you a pill bottle that's empty, or they don't want to allow you to call the pharmacy so you can get this life-saving medicine?
Yeah, and that to me, just to piggyback off that, doesn't make sense because we all know where he's at. He says he's in Cleveland, Tennessee. He can DM that person and tell them where to drop off, pick up a pharmacy or whatever. That's a bullshit excuse because all he wants is cash, and we all know why the man wants cash.
I meant to make a screenshot of the Reddit, the Tim Nash snark. I meant to do that. Guys, if you can put that in the chat, it's the Reddit Tim Nash snark.
It's all one word.
That's where I used to go to get the information that I found on Tim, was the former Reddit. That was like the depository of everything. And Reddit is open 24/7, much like the TikTok. But if you don't know that TikTok, where exactly to go, when you type in the name of the TikTok search bar, you can always go to Reddit. It's open 24/7, and it's got information there for you to know enough. Thank you, Birdie. For you to arm yourself enough with the information that you could need to either save Tim's life or at least get educated enough to where you're not getting yourself into trouble or your last bit of $5, $10, $12. I'll never understand this long list of enablers that would rather give their money to an active addiction lying person instead of going down to their local school and feeding a child who's late lunches because their mom and dad don't have the money, or the kid is squirreling away some of his lunch in his backpack to take his lunch home to the littler kids who aren't of school age because they don't have anything at home to eat. And the little kid knows that. So he doesn't get a full lunch, or she doesn't get a full lunch, and then goes back to learn in the schoolroom, and their tummies are rumbling, and they can't focus on what they need to learn to go into the real world and be gainfully employed and productive for the rest of us. Doctors, lawyers, construction workers. Misty Thompson. You know, we have this conversation about how we're talking about lives are valuable, and all lives are valuable. Why would we want to message you, Misty, when you don't care? You don't want to know because you continue to enable. You're going to have to find that screenshot, Berries.
Of what?
Misty Thompson.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
So why would people want to message you, Misty, whenever all you care about is providing money to people in active addiction to put them one step closer to the grave? Stud soldier, using and exploiting their little kids, lying to people like you. Jeff Gainey, he's been doing this since 2017. You think you're any different?
And he preys on lonely older women. Preys on them.
Women like you. Sky Lynn, her face is so ate up with meth marks, but you just bypassed that, I guess, huh? Her life is valuable too. But you're thumb thugging it because you think it's cool to sit up and buck against the system. Boy, you just must be a really big badass. But like I said in my video about you, Misty, when you pulled out that Christmas sweater that you pulled out this year, there are thousands that won't be because of active addiction, because they drew their last breath from enablers like you. They lie about everything. Tim Nash lied about having cancer. I don't know if you have anybody in your family that is withering away from cancer, but that person that has cancer, that's not the only thing withering away. Their entire family unit is having to deal with taking people to have chemo and then the after effects of chemo where they're sick for days after because they're trying to have a little bit left of life to live with their loved ones. Tim's lying about that. He doesn't have cancer. Never did. He lied about being in the Army. Do you have any military service members in your family that fought for the country that we live in, that we're free on? He lied about children who had cancer and passed away. He lies about everything. Kind of like the message that I sent you that when he said he had surgery on his leg to remove tumors, people wanted to see the surgical site. He spanned the camera down to show a maxi pad sticky side down on it. And then if none of that touches you, hear me, Misty. He got arrested for possession. It was in his pockets. He lied to you about that. But not only that, he gave up his DD like a little wimp. So if you're throwing your money or helping him try to get money, that's not a manly man. Maybe you need to go throw it somewhere on OF.
And Misty, just so you know, if you're still modding for Stud Soldier, there was no fire. There was no fire. It can be looked up. Her brother came out and said a lot of things that I do believe were the truth. I don't understand why you have a savior complex or a lonely complex. But ma'am, you're enabling the wrong people. You're giving your money to the wrong people. You're helping the wrong people. Okay, sorry, rant over.
No, I'm glad you said that. I just don't understand. And Misty, if you can help us understand, or any other enablers that are on the outside that may have accidentally fell in here like Misty did, what is it that people in your community aren't worth your time? If you can see the whites of their eyes, why not give them your money if you're so willing to give them money? Or maybe those fluffy tails that are on the street that maybe only had a piece of bread are digging in the trash like our veterans are to eat that day. Why not give them the benefit of the doubt of your $1 or $3 or $5? Why?
She ran.
Figures. Anybody that thinks that we're being mean to these enablers, I hope that you see and ask questions. Ask why we're so passionate about this. Ask Suba, ask Little Man, ask Berries, ask Checkmate, ask Amber, ask Rammer, ask Hope, ask Fern. Why do we do the things that we do when we're so passionate about it? Because human life matters. Tim's life matters no matter how much he lies. But then also that little kid who is trying to pack away the bread and the peanut butter that he gets in his backpack to take home to his little brother and sister who are not of school age, because that's the only food they get. And if you're not tired of scrolling and seeing grown, able-bodied adults beg for money while you're out every day busting your butt, half of the United States was covered in snow. Those people had to get up out of their warm beds, pull up their bootstraps, and go into the world and work for what they have. Tim and Angela, Tim Nash, Jordan Paul are staying nice and warm all day long, begging for your money that you had to go out in the cold to get. You had to defrost that car. You had to walk to the bus stop. You had to go out and get what you got for yourselves, but you're willing to give it up. I don't know what works me up more about Tim Nash. Just the fact that he's a weasel and he lies about everything and he's willing to turn in his DD and put his life on risk there, and the DD's risk and his girlfriend and anyone around him. Or he's lying about cancer. I don't know if that strikes people more. But what do you think that these enablers think when he's begging for Walmart orders? Do they honestly think that he's getting these Walmart orders and not going straight to the service desk and refunding it for cash money, honey? I am so proud of all of you for the videos that you make, enabler videos, the videos that you put when you catch something yourself and you make a video. Continue to do it, please. And those of you that are messaging people that you've seen new in the chat, thank you. Keep doing it. I know it's frustrating. I know it's to the point where you want to throw your phone in traffic and just be like, screw all this. I'm not getting anywhere with this. I promise you that one or two people that you reach, it's important. And then when you come over here with us and chop it up with us and learn things and we learn from you, thank you. Can you pull up Pittsburgh girl Andrea?
Sure.
Thank you. Little Man messaged Pittsburgh girl Andrea in the comments. I think he tagged her. And she actually wrote him back and said, she said she didn't know, or what did he think about Carrie Walls? Talking to him about another scammer. Look at the list of people that this super enabler enables. One of them is Tim Nash. Carrie Walls, J. Paul, Boo Bear, Stud Soldier. And the list goes on and on and on. And she had the audacity to take up Little Man's valuable time to message back and forth. Because why? Because she's lonely? Because she doesn't care about human life? Like, what is it? But she's in our lives all the time. But then wants to know why she got posted. She says she's a full-time caregiver. So she's able to be online anytime. But you would think that she would think more highly about human life. Then we've got Jeffro, which is Jay Brashear. Jeffro has real life cancer. And he's very sick. He's been in and out of the hospital. 2 days ago, he threw like his life depended on it in gifts to Tim Nash. He will sit in awareness communities and chop it up with us like he belongs over here, that he actually gives a damn about what we do. But every time I try to talk to him, he runs. He'll change his name. He's so proud of his new profile picture with the Santa hat on. He's actually has cancer. How does that happen? Like many of you, where the red line is having cancer or him lying about cancer, among all the other things he's lying about. This gentleman here is actually going through hell, but gave his money to somebody lying about what hell he's experiencing. So if you're on the outside, Jeffro, I just want to show the rest of the community how much you're selling your soul just to have your name said, Jeffro. Don't waste your time messaging him. He does not value human life, because clearly it's fun and games to him to watch somebody wither away for lies and drugs. Because the amount of time that it takes for you guys to message Jeffro because you didn't know his name or see his name, he's already given, I think it was gift after gift. I just kept seeing the name pop up, and he had a name change. I think it's Jeff Bercier Cancer Survivor or something like that. I didn't have time to update that screenshot. So instead of being like Mabel Rose and making videos about cancer awareness or active addiction, or trying to help people understand that there are people out here who are doing the best they can to survive every day with cancer, with the cancer that Tim says he has, and they are abusing it. But then you've got Jeffro here on the other end of the spectrum, completely opposite of Mabel Rose, like this, who thinks it's fun and games. Berries, if you want to just cycle through some of the screenshots that you have. You all know their names. Some of you that are just being introduced to some of these names tonight, I'd get them off your platforms so you don't have to message them and waste your valuable time that you're using to message new people who don't know that Tim Nash lies about everything. Roy Boy has a propensity to enable young males, but say that he doesn't. And he's got a story, y'all. Every time he gets up in a box, he loves to hear himself talk about how he is trying to get disability and he's trying to just make it, folks. He doesn't give money to scammers, but yet he's a subscriber to Tristan Pizza. And he goes and he likes to hear the stories over with Tim Nash, telling him he's got this, he's doing great, he's proud of him. What are you proud of, Roy Boy? You're proud of somebody taking advantage of good, kind-hearted people, treating kindness as weakness? Is that what you're proud of? He's in awareness lives all the time.
Now, Tristan's in the hospital. He's not in jail.
You're right, Senior. He pretends to be confused all the time. The only thing he's confused about is which side of the fence he's going to fall on when the wind blows. He got up in Digital's box one day. We spoke to him, and he told his whole story. He doesn't have the money to be doing this. He doesn't have the money to be doing that, but yet he sends it on this app. He says he wanted to make an awareness video, but was in Tristan's box, enabling him, saying that if he had the money, he would send it, and that he did send money, but he did it on the back end, because I guess that makes him a hero? Not sure. What it makes you is a liar, Roy Boy. Get him off your pages, please. Don't waste any more time with these thumb thuggers who think that they know better than the people who are putting in the work like you guys. Next slide, berries.
Okie dokie. Let's see who we got here. Let's get old Miss Old Franny Fran. Hi, Skylin. What's up, baby girl? Get yourself together, girl.
Stop lying about stuff just to get your next fix, Skylin.
Quit using your looks to get people to feel sorry for you.
Well, when the filter fails, you can actually see what the money's going to, right, Skylin?
Yep. Quit using that pretty privilege, baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
And your dogs. Quit using your dogs.
So this is Fran. Fran has been around for a very long time. Fran is lonely. She knows what she's doing, and she just needs to hear her name called out by Tim. Now, don't get us wrong. Tim is absolutely manipulating her. He is telling her all the stories, all the things.
She mods for him on YouTube, too.
Yeah.
No, Brown Eyes, she's not homeless. No. She pretends to be homeless. Sorry, not trying to change the subject. Someone just asked a question.
I'm glad. Whatever comes in the chat, just we can pull an audible. It's all good.
Okay.
But Fran, get her off your page. I wouldn't even message her anymore. It's c'est la vie from here on out for Fran. Fran is just going to waste your time, and it's going to get you frustrated. And just know that we know you're frustrated. It's hard. And it's not fun. But it's important what you're doing. The messages you send, the videos you make, the tags that you make. We see you. Please don't think it goes unnoticed. Kelly, when you send those messages and people get irritated in the chat and they're saying, "Stop messaging me, Kelly," I love to see that. But you got to them. And then we just add them to the long list of enablers who don't care about human life.
Now, I don't know if I said this because we were talking about Skyland, but Fran also mods for him on YouTube, too.
Yes, you did. There was a question in the chat. Does Skylin have a place to stay, or is it in the hotel?
From what I understand, she's in a hotel, but I cannot confirm or deny. I really don't know.
Okay. You can go to the next slide.
Okay. Yeah, let's get little Miss Nikki. Another Canadian that's supporting Tim. Both of those ladies are from Canada. You know what? Let's get up Starella. Let's get her.
Oh, Sorella. Hey, Sorella. I know you're on the outside watching because I personally invited you over. So you got a whole man and a whole family, and you had the audacity to talk about, and Tim, if you're on the outside listening, just so you know, Sorella thinks you're a liar and you're not worth it. And she thinks that you're dumb and that she likes to watch the shit show. You coined it the shit show, right, Tim? Because you're unoriginal, just like your art.
Yeah.
But Sorella knows what you're all about, Tim. She knows you're a narc. She knows you snitch. She knows that you're weak. She knows that you lie about cancer. She knows that you had a maxi pad sticky side down on your surgical site that you claim to have. She knows that you don't have any scars on your chest from heart surgery. She knows that you're in active addiction, and she kind of enjoys watching your misery. You know, the grunting, the fake tears, the crocodile tears. You walking back in circles, back and forth, back and forth. The pretend begging for cigarettes from people that aren't there. You think that people don't have discernment to see your bullshit, dude? Sorella sees it all. She's actually mocking you in messages because she says that she knows. What does that tell you, Tim? Sorella, since you're probably on the outside listening, you might as well just come on in, because what does it take to be able to sit on a fence and message people and want to be pick me over with us, but then go over to Tim Nash and be a pick me over there just so he might say your name? This is a moderator for Tim. Get her off your page, please. Don't waste your time, any more valuable time, from the messages I've seen with Sorella. She knows all about Tim. She talks shit on him. And she can't even make up her own mind because she doesn't have a spine either. Go ahead, Berries.
Okay, hang on. Boo, do, 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 do. Where is Miss? What's her name? Uno momento, por favor.
While we're waiting on that, guys, Tim Nash Snark is the Reddit. Post your enablers, post your clips, post your videos, post your comments, your thoughts. Let people feed off of what you think. What you think you saw, screenshot something that's questionable, put it on the Reddit and have a discussion about it. That's what Reddit is good for. Throw out your ideas there. Talk about the things that you know matter to you. Talk about the people that you message when they tell you to kick rocks whenever they message you back. This is Donna Arnold. Donna Arnold is also going through colon cancer. She knows that Tim Nash is a liar about cancer. I don't know what the deal is with people who are ate up with cancer and the people who are survivors who went through hell just to be able to say that they are spending another day on this earth with their families because they fought like hell to do it. But Donna Arnold says that she has seen the truth. She knows all about it. She said she went to an oncology appointment with him. That's some kind of sick enabling. That's not just super enabling. That's some kind of sick enabling. She gives him money. She signs off on his BS. And she's actually going through cancer. I don't know what the answer is for people like this other than to get them off your page. Don't message them. Don't waste your time.
Okay, let's get somebody else up here.
While she's pulling up that screenshot, I want to remind y'all that there is a live tomorrow right here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with the investigator that is going to bring more light to Guardians of Valor, con artist, liar, and scammer.
Yeah, I'm looking so forward to that. And that's not sarcasm.
Yes. Okay. This is the comment. I can barely see it, but this is just showing you that she says she doesn't give money. This is T for Teresa. You all know who she is. You might have to put her face up, though, so they can get familiar with her face.
I'm not sure. Check.
And while she's looking for that, Checkmate has been working really hard behind the scenes, setting everything up. Last night, you know that he was trying to take a box. He was able to get a box. So Checkmate has been working with him and setting things up so he can come and do a Q&A and kind of give us what 17 years worth of con artistry looks like. So thank you, Checkmate.
You didn't send me a picture of T for Teresa, just that one screenshot.
Oh.
That's okay.
So I know that we've been all over back and forth on the spectrum of scamming. Okay, enabling. Sorry. The spectrum of enabling. Yes, Maritza. Guardians of Valor is a very dangerous con artist. He's a liar, scammer, heavy on the career con artist. He's dangerous. If you ever had any dealings with him on the back end, Maritza, any cash apps, any emails, please get with one of us.
Basically, Maritza, his whole life is a lie. His whole life is a lie, honey. He served 5 months in the military, okay? Not.
He didn't even serve 5 months. It wasn't even 4 months, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he is been conning his whole life, honestly.
There is 2 videos, 2 YouTubes. On Checkmate's YouTube, you'll be able to find the 2 lives that were held. And then Birdie has a live as well to get caught up before tomorrow night if you can. Jamie, I'll have to look into that. I don't recognize that name right off. I'll have to charge up my other phone.
Yeah, Murphin, I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, me neither. Did he block you, Maritza? Or threaten you? Worse? Like he threatened Amber's life?
Yeah, I've been talking with the investigator quite a bit, and he has a lot of information. So I hope everybody's ready.
Yes.
Why don't you take screenshots of those messages and send them to Checkmate, Maritza?
Yes, that would be nice. Thank you. He fooled a lot of people.
He fooled me for a little while. He had me fooled.
Me too. Me too. This is T for Teresa. You guys will see her go into the chat and she will talk about whatever and anything. I think she's in her own planet, guys. She talks a good game, but she knows exactly what she's doing. Exactly what she's doing. And even so, see, Tim Nash doesn't know who I am. Most of the people over in Tim Nash's chat have no clue who I am. T for Teresa knows. And when they messaged her and told her that Fallon has a video up about you're enabling because you moderate for a scammer who pretends like he has something wrong with him and he is abusing little kittens, she said she wasn't scared and she didn't care. But she doesn't know that she was actually messaging me with on a burner when I was sending her videos to show her that Tim Nash is a liar, lying about cancer and being stolen valor and losing a child to cancer. And she was all about it. So she knows the truth, but still likes to go in there and get her 5 minutes of fame by her name being called out. Tim is going to use tonight and any other 5 minutes of somebody talking about him, a video or a Reddit post or streaming, anything going on that he can use to try to manipulate people into buying his pity story. He spins everything into a lie because he's only looking for his next fix. You can go ahead and cycle on the next one, Perry's.
Oh, let's bring up this lovely gem of a man. Even though we talked about him briefly.
Lord. Okay. This is Papa. And Papa, the list of the people that he enables goes back to 3 years ago.
Yep.
He has been around a long, long time. I went back to one of my very first notebooks on Papa. And some of the names that I actually saw back when I see in the community now, and I'm very proud of it. This guy here has been around so long, but look at the date that he sent Lisa Richard a galaxy. During a crash out, people were trying to tell, she's saying, I don't have any food, I don't have this, I don't have that. Someone put in the chat and told her where she could walk to a food bank. She didn't want that. She wants cash. And why does she want cash? She wants anything with monetary value, just like Tim Nash, to get their next fix. You're right. Way back when, Gemini. Yes. Mufasa.
Yeah. Mufasa, I believe he also enabled Brenda and Brandon.
Yep.
And oh Lord, what's her name? Gypsy. I'm talking a long, long time ago.
Yep. The list goes on with Tim Nash, Tim and Angela, Boo Bear, Jeff Gainey, Crash Out Renee, Beth and Devin. I want to repeat Beth and Devin.
Yep.
Amanda, the man Dustin, Lisa, Jordan Paul, Crystal Honeycutt, and that racist Crawford Land.
Ugh.
And the list goes on and on and on. But one of the reasons why Papa and the name sticks out is because Papa likes to come into awareness lives, and he likes his little name will pop up at the top there, and you call him out and he runs. So he thinks that this is fun and games. But what took a turn for me was when I was scrolling the FYP, and there was somebody in there talking about showing receipts on somebody that is allegedly, because I didn't stick around to find out, lying about cancer. And Papa wrote, my dad and I have been going back and forth to doctors because he's dealing with cancer the past 3 years. I have permission to post the screenshot, and I haven't been able to have time to make a video yet because I want to have all the screenshots that I have of a Papa enabling, and I keep finding more and more. So I haven't made that video yet. But the very first screenshot is going to be him from last week saying that his dad has been fighting cancer for the past 3 years and that the doctors really made a difference. But yet he is giving money in gifts and in cash to Tim Nash, who's lying about cancer.
And I can't prove it, but he's in Lori Jones's comments. So he's probably enabling her little skanky self too.
Yeah.
But yeah, just real quick, people were asking in the chat. Mufasa's baby mama and their little baby left him, and when he left, the cash cow, when she left him high and dry because the main reason he was getting money was for sympathy for her when she was pregnant and when she had the baby. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's in Lori's live. Someone just said, and yeah, I saw him in the chat, and I'm like, yeah, you gifting the wrong people, damn it.
And
I think he thinks he's like a Robin Hood kind of creature.
I got a name for him. I just can't say it without getting banned. But Papa, if you're on the outside, because you're too scared to come in here, because you're a little thugging warrior, everybody knows who you are, dude. And they're going to know more because we're going to continue to talk about you because you don't stand on business. Your dad's fighting for his life. And you're enabling people who are laid up in a hotel bed or just looking for their next fix, lying about something that your dad's fighting just 1 more or 2 more days with you.
Yep.
That's sad.
Let me see who else we got here.
Get him off your page, guys. Panda Pop 391. Don't waste your time messaging somebody like Papa. He's going to enable somebody, and he thinks that Panda Pop 391 is what the police are going to look at whenever they turn over those cash apps. It's not. That digital footprint stays with you forever.
Now, this one got her account banned, but don't think she ain't lurking.
Yes. So whatever happened with Sadie, I have a feeling, I have a theory. I think that the messages that everybody sent Sadie, she must have got mouthy and somebody reported her and she lost her account.
I think so too, because she didn't have enough content to, and she doesn't go live. She only had two videos and they were not ban worthy. So yeah, I think she got mouthy in the DMs. Yeah. More than once, obviously.
And if you are messaging someone and they're being abusive and harassing to you back, they're telling you just to kick rocks in those exact words. Okay, just move along and it's fine. But if they are being abusive to you, report that. Don't take that stuff. I know that you guys are expecting to get cussed out, but don't take that. report it. Because in this case, I think that Sadie said something derogatory or abusive and she lost her account. And good for TikTok to do that. I can't believe I just said those words.
Okay. Let's see who else we got here. Not sure. This is very small, so I kind of can't see it, but
Okay. Oh dear.
I don't think that's. Hang on.
Berries, take that picture and screenshot it and then zoom in on it.
Okay. I can do that. Uno momento.
Thank you all for all the taps and support in the live. We appreciate you.
Just a reminder that the Reddit that's open 24/7 is Tim Nash Snark. Reddit Tim Nash Snark. And to prepare for the live tomorrow night with the investigator for Guardians of Valor, liar, scammer, stolen valor, con artist.
I'm not sure. This was just. I don't know why this was a screenshot, but anyway, I don't think that's not relevant.
Yeah,
I
no.
think I've cycled through everything you sent me.
Awesome. Okay, good. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Checkmate's Live. She's been working with the investigator to bring him to you guys so you can ask her your questions. You can hear in his words the research that he has done on liar, scammer, and con artist, Guardians of Valor. I would say if you guys can clear out some storage, make sure your devices are charged, and just come with an open mind to hear the things that are going to blow your mind. Because again, when the team was doing the research on the things that we saw here on TikTok, imagine what we're going to hear from someone who's been researching him for 17 years. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here with Checkmate.
There.
To get caught up, you can watch Checkmate's YouTube and Birdie's YouTube, maybe while you're at lunch or as the radio, to hear the latest, so that way you can have questions yourself. That's great news. Tim Nash is a scammer. It says Shane and Leanne said thank you and that they didn't know the truth about Tim when they sent the money the first time. Thank you for messaging. Thank you for letting us know. The biggest thing about all of this is the list is never going to end. There's going to be people who do the things that they do out of spite. Just because you said, please don't do it, they're going to go over and make sure you're watching just so they can do it. But I promise you guys that I'm trying to lessen the opportunity for one of those people, even though they are super enablers and they don't care about human life, for their life to be thrown away when and if someone passes away and the police get a hold of the Cash App where their names reside on a digital footprint, that they actually gave money to someone that potentially unalived them because they got something bad off the street or too much of it.
Yeah, I can do that real quick. I can play that. Hang on.
I'm going to mute so I don't get any feedback.
Okay.
And y'all need to tap while she's playing this, please.
Oh, let me go up under. I've got everything.
Beggars, I've replied to you twice. He is a registered private investigator, but he is now retired. But he is still following the Gov saga.
Well, fucking hell. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves.
Just a reminder that the Reddit is Tim Nash Snark, all one word. Reddit. You've got Having a Senior Moment with videos, Penny Fairy, Suba. It's just Suba. Tooth Fairy, Beggars Enablers, Blue Eyes, Lori. If you guys want to comment so you can make sure that you're following, because Checkmate has her gifts off. So that way you can follow the people in the chat to be able to tag people with videos to know the truth.
I'm not sure why it's not letting me pull up videos. It's all just screenshots. Am I doing something wrong? Anyone?
Do you have a second device? Is that what you're trying to pull it up on?
No, I'm trying to pull it up on this one.
Okay, so it's not going to let you play the audio because you're in a box. You have to have a second device to play the audio.
Oh, okay. Give me a sec. I got a second device. It has to stay plugged up all the time because
just me up here just helping out.
Yeah, I sure do appreciate it.
Guys, keep an eye on the chat. Those of you that are putting out content on Tim Nash, please make sure you follow them so that way you know that you can send people to those pages to see the truth. Any capacity that you are bringing awareness to Tim Nash and his lies, thank you. Your messages, your tags, your content, even if the people that are streaming, and I honestly thought that I wasn't going to like the streaming thing. I'm starting to warm up to it because I like that I can message someone that I see that's new in the chat and ask them to come over to who's streaming to see the truth, to hear maybe one or two words of what he's doing, what he's lied about in the past, the $21,000 amassed in one GoFundMe. It's kind of like a growing plant where whatever we're building, we're doing it together. And the more we feed it, the bigger it gets and the bigger that we get. And that's because of you guys and what you do. Go ahead, Becky. Great job, Animal Lover. Keep sending them. Just keep sending them everywhere.
Sorry, guys, this phone has not been. It's just taking a sec, but I do want to play it. I apologize, y'all.
And it's just a reminder that we're having the live on the Con Artist, Liar, Stolen Valor, Guardians of Valor tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here on Checkmates Live. She's been working with the retired private investigator to bring him to you guys to answer your questions on the more things that were found on Gov.
Yeah, I'm really just waiting for one of the awareness creators to get back to me. I don't even know if he's in here to get opinions on a few things. So, Auburn, if you're in here, check your messages.
Okay.
Hey, Cindy.
Oh, she got muted.
Who?
Crystal. I pulled up Crystal's account.
I'm really counting on Cindy tomorrow night to ask all the questions.
No pressure, Cindy.
I love when Cindy comes in alive and she asks all the questions.
You just keep doing you, girl. MVP Cindy.
No pressure, though. But seriously, if y'all have questions tomorrow night, please write them down so you don't miss anything.
That's great, Cindy. And that is the way that you're going to know the truth is by asking your questions. If you're ever silenced for asking your questions anywhere, that's not the place for you. When you're seeking the truth, people shouldn't be afraid to show what they're talking about.
Sorry, guys. I didn't even realize I was muted. Good Lord. I suck. Um, I can't find it where it isn't muted. I mean, I have it too, but it's muted. I don't know if anybody else has it that knows where Crystal's is right off the bat. But it is good. And it's a year old. That's the irony to me is it's a year old.
What are you
And
trying to find? I'm sorry.
it's Crystal Nash's video about Tim. Someone asked to see it.
Oh, his sister, when she talked?
Yeah.
I just saw that. Where the hell did I see it?
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
It's
I just
actually
saw it. I
is
could pull it
on
up on my
I
other
believe it's on my
device.
Instagram.
And Krista says it's on her YouTube. It's on your Instagram, Jack?
Yeah, it is, yes.
Okay.
It's on my TikTok, but TikTok copyrighted it and took the
See,
sound
that's what
away.
they did to me. They just muted it completely.
She probably had it scanned for copyright, so anybody that reposts or posts it, it's gonna get taken down. The volume, or I'm sorry, the sound will get taken off.
Yeah. Here we go. Let me
I sent
turn the
it to you
camera
through
around.
Discord. Thank you, KK.
God damn it.
Barry's is just having a rough day, y'all.
And I appreciate everybody being patient.
We
I don't
seriously have like the best followers. They're always patient.
Yes. Becky, I didn't put a screenshot of Sassy Susan up, just her profile and her to get her off your page because she also knows about Tim Nash and his scams and his lies. and all he cares about is getting his next fix. She is a known enabler.
Bryce Ham says, on my wall, I sent it to you, Fallon.
Okay, thank you.
The fuck? I keep hitting switch the camera and nothing's happening.
What are you trying to switch the camera for? I'm sorry.
So it's facing my second device. There we go.
If she gets this up, I'm going to really need y'all to tap everybody, please, because it will flag the live.
Most recently, I've had several people come forward to me about this. His name is Timothy Nash, but he goes by some stupid crap on TikTok. Excuse me. I'm going to add people to this, and people can add people to this to keep the awareness about my brother. Timothy Nash does not have children that died due to a cough syrup overdose. He's not an amputee. He's not a surgical cancer candidate. He's had no real problems other than the fact that he suffers some mental issues that by no means should be swept under the rug. But they should not be acknowledged in the fancy that he is trying to. He has extorted a lot of people out of a.
That's what
Most recently, I've had several people.
Yeah. That's all she's got. It's just like kind of a short, so.
Yeah, you can't post over a minute and 15 seconds on Instagram, so is her video still up on her page?
Yeah, but it's muted.
Yeah.
I sent it to you in your disco.
Too many people have tried to copy it and repost it.
I don't have Discord on my other phone.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it to you on the other one. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, just send it through Instagram. Yeah, she's going to send me the longer version.
So she won't be able to send it to an Instagram unless she sends a link because of the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay. I mean, I think everybody got the gist. It's really no big deal.
Let me see if it's on my YouTube. Hold on.
Come forward to me about my brother.
I have no idea what I just sent you. The second thing is the right one. Okay, but that first one, I have no idea if I sent you like malware. I have no idea.
We about to find out.
Deconstruction in 5, 4.
I haven't used this phone in so long.
Okay, so the full length thing that she had is on my YouTube.
Nah.
Do you have YouTube on your second device?
Oh, I'm sure I do.
If you go, are you on my YouTube?
No, but I can find it.
If
Uno
you go to
momento.
my YouTube, the full thing is there.
Okay.
I thought I put it there.
Google.
Grinch.
And what's your name on
Check. It's check dash mate dash
dash
TikTok.
TikTok? Gotcha. And it's not a short, right? Or is
No,
it?
it's an actual video because it's over 5 minutes.
Okay.
If you go all the way to the bottom and start scrolling up, because it was over a year ago.
Gotcha. Huh. Wonder what happened to Matt. Ain't seen or heard nothing from that young man. I hope he's working.
Must have seen a video on the tube.
Yeah. Or as my husband calls it, the YouTubes.
There you go.
About my brother. His name is Timothy Nash, but he goes by some stupid crap on TikTok. Excuse me. I'm going to add people to this, and people can add people to this to keep the awareness about my brother. Timothy Nash does not have children that died due to a cough syrup overdose. He's not an amputee. He's not a surgical cancer candidate. He's had no real problems other than the fact that he suffers from mental issues that by no means should be swept under the rug.
No, I can't make it louder. I'm sorry.
They should not be acknowledged in the fancy that he is trying to. He has extorted a lot of people out of a lot of money. And he has gone as far as posing in front of the Moffitt Cancer Center sign. The only thing that's really wrong with my brother and all of the TikTok hashtags that people tag him in on here, please do, is that he's an addict and a very smart one. And I can't lie against that. Like, my brother's actually really, really smart. I give him credit for that. But he's still a junkie at heart. And he manipulates people through TikTok and GoFundMe accounts for money. Now, I was supposed to make this video a couple days ago, about a week ago, if not more. And because I chose a filter, it did a sound thing. And I have been struggling with redoing that video. But I really feel that people need to know about him and his plight. If you could get to know that boy sober, Timothy Michael Nash, my brother, great person. But that thing that plagues millions upon millions because of improperly diagnosed mental disabilities, what have you, a lot of improperly diagnosed things. He's still a human. And I'm not saying don't give him a plate. I'm not saying don't give him a plate of food. Sorry, my thing changed. But don't give him money. I love my brother to death, and I only want to see him find his path. And the only way for him to find his path if people only give him what he needs. A shower, clean clothes, a meal. But at this point in his life and where he's at, money is the devil. And I hate to say that, but sometimes you gotta love him from a distance. I really hope this actually somehow, I feel this is taking from him. I feel like I'm going to take money from his GoFundMe account and he's not going to live. But he is a junkie. And if I take money from his GoFundMe account, I take money from his habit. My fear is that if I take money from his habit, I'm going to kill him. I don't know if what I'm doing is right or wrong. But people need to know about my brother's scam. God bless my brother. God bless my family. And God bless those that try to help him, because it's not in vain. Have a great day.
Okay.
So that is on my YouTube. If you guys want to go there and use pieces of it, I will just caution you not to use the whole thing because it will be taken down for copyright.
Yeah.
Anything that you guys use is beneficial. Type in Timothy Nash, Tim Nash, in Google, the top of the TikTok search bar. And if you're creating anything, tag that name and tell them where to go and find the information themselves as well. Start tagging the Reddit, Tim Nash Snark. So people can go there 24/7 if they don't, or if they are not familiar enough with TikTok, to type in the top of the TikTok name search bar and find out all the videos of Tim Nash's lies being exposed. Make the depository over in Reddit so people can find it at their own leisure and read it to find out the truth. Start your own discussions over there. If there's a question that you didn't have time to ask today, or you didn't think about it until we were long gone, start the discussion over there so somebody else that's not as strong as you are to ask the question can see your answers or your questions that you want answered. That took a lot of bravery for his sister to come on here and say what she said. You can see that she loves him. That's her brother. That's her flesh and blood. But at the same time, if you hear Tim talk about her, it's not with that love in his voice. She's getting in the way with his money flow for his next fix. His life is valuable. I think that when he puts up on the top of his little spiel when you go in that I'm human, I think that he's trying to remind himself that he's human. The only thing that's important right now is his life. Because right now he doesn't care. He needs rehab, not gifts equaling cash or cash out of pity. And if you just feel like you have $5, $10, $2, $3 that's burning your pockets that you can't do anything with, that you can't go and get hot chocolate with your children or your loved ones, go down to a school, go down to the street where there's one of our warriors who fought for our freedom down there sleeping on the street, and give them your money that's burning your pocket. Single mothers who don't have a place to go because they're in a domestic violence situation. The whites of the eyes of the people that you see in your community, they deserve your money. People on TikTok holding a phone and looking over at another device while they're laid up, do not. I'm going to let Berries and Checkmate close out. I can't tell you how proud of each one of you that I am, that when I go in on a burner and I'm looking for people to message, that I get some messages from you guys just because I'm a new burner that you saw a name, thinking I was a new viewer.
Yeah, I've had that happen too. I love it.
Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you continue to do. All of the streamers, continue the hard work that you're doing. I didn't think I was going to like the streaming, but you guys have made this your own, where you're not bullying and you're not sending people over to do horrible things and you're not threatening people. You're simply streaming and putting out the truth. Thank you. Because it's so much easier for me to go in there and say, hey, Mr. Enabler, can you go over and check these two out? They're streaming currently. If you don't feel comfortable in this chat, go over to this chat. They'll answer your questions. They'll make you feel welcome. Thank you again for everything that you do. And thank you for giving me a privilege of being around all of you and your hard work.
I just want to say a couple of things. The first one, to the enablers, you serial enablers that are giving him money, I hope you have funeral money as well, because you're going to be using it. And second, to the people that are actually, I don't believe he has friends that made those phone calls, and people that are sending him nasty text. Congratulations. You're fueling the fire for sympathy. Knock it the fuck off. That is bullying. Bullying, awareness is not bullying. All we do is present you the facts. Yeah, we might get a little snarky sometimes, but I'm not in there aggravating that man. I'm not sending him messages. I'm not sending him unaliving threats. Stop it. Because all you're doing is letting him take screenshots of that shit. Whether it's, because I think a lot of it with him is real. I think Gabby makes that crap up herself, but that's my opinion. But all you're doing is making people see that, and they're going, damn, he really is being bullied. And whether he's an addict or, they think he's an addict or not, they're going to give him money because he thinks people are being mean to him. Stop it. Okay, I'm done. Awareness works.
I agree. I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow night we have a big live. We're going to talk to the private investigator that has been investigating Guardians of Valor for over 17 years. If you don't want to miss it, you can go to my page, click on the video I made announcing the live for tomorrow, and there is a register on it, and it should send you a notification when the live starts. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. I think it's going to be really good. I've been talking to him. He's a very nice gentleman, and he has a lot of stuff on Gov. If you have any questions, write them down, because we are going to do a Q&A. Get Chris tell the truth in here. What does that have to do with her? Lord, y'all. So I hope everybody's ready. It should be a good live, and I hope everybody comes and joins. With that being said, I just want to appreciate my mods. They came in without, hey Ashkol, without any notice. I was literally called and asked to go live like in 1 minute.
And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it, Chuck. I really do.
It's fine, really. No problem.
Because I was having some problems.
So yeah, I appreciate all my mods coming in. You guys are the best, seriously. Thank you to everybody who came in and supported Berries and Fallon. And I guess we'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Yep. Be there or be square.
Yes. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, you can share the post, Southern Girl. There's a video for it.
Yep.
Y'all should go repost that so it gets to more people. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Good night.
Good night, everybody.